the society and the just government of the people. We beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this county and the Republic of Kenya. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen. Let's take our seats urgently, please. Honorable Clerk, kindly confirm whether we have the quorum.
Honorable Speaker, we don't have the quorum.
Sergeant Atam. The minority whip, you can whip the honorable members to the house.
Honorable Speaker, we now have the quorum.
Order, honorable members. Honorable members, welcome to today's sitting. Today, Wednesday, 26th June 2024, 9:30 a.m. sitting. We can have the prayers on the order paper.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
The Honorable Member from Kapsimoto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, I wish to table the report on the Select Committee of County Budget and Appropriations on consideration of the Nandi County Program-Based Budget Estimates for the financial year 2024-2025. I so wish to do.
Any other paper? Honorable members, I am in receipt of the Select Committee on County Budget and Appropriations report on the consideration of the Nandi County Program-Based Budget Estimates for financial year 2024-2025. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Korir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish to give notice of motion on the Nandi County budget estimates for the financial year 2024-2025 as tabled in this House. Mr. Speaker, I thank you.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Any statement? Next order.
Order number 8, the Nandi County Finance Bill 2024, first reading. The Nandi County Finance Bill 2024, a bill for an act of the County Assembly of Nandi to amend the law relating to various taxes and duties and for matters incidental thereto, enacted by the County Assembly of Nandi as follows, and we have the short title and commencement. Thank you.
Next order.
Order number 9, motion.
Honorable member from Kiliboni.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to move a motion that this House adopt administration and public service report on vetting of nominee to Kapsabet Municipality Board, date on the floor of the House on 25th June 2024.
Sorry, Honorable Member from Kilibwani, I think we on motion, the first motion is on the report on administration and public service report on vetting of nominees to the selection panel.
Yes, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Sectoral Committee on Administration and Public Service in establishment pursuant to provision of Standing Order 194 under the provision of Standing Order 194.5F include to vet and report on all appointments where the Constitution or any law require the County Assembly to approve and accept those under Standing Order 197 Committee on Appointment. Committee mandate. The Committee on Administration and Public Service on mandated to look into all matters related to public service, e-government information, communication and technology, to coordination and participation of the committees on locations in government at local level to assist the communities and local to develop the administrative capacity for the effective exercise of the functions, powers, participation in governments at the local level, firefighting services and disaster. The committee membership. The committee are reconstituted by the Assembly on 28 March 2024, comprises the following members: Honorable Emmanuel Kipchumba, Chairperson; Honorable Bridget Songok, Vice Chair; Honorable Julius Kipruta Keter, Member; Honorable Sarah Rupeti Keino, Member; Honorable Isaac Mospey, Member; Honorable Lydia Chepto, Member; Honorable Benjamin Matata, Member; Honorable Kiprop Edwin, Member; Honorable Silas Kogo, Member. Acknowledgement. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on grateful to House through the Speaker of the support granted in the executing in mandate. The committee is also grateful to Office of the Clerk and the staff to facilitate and providing technical support to the committee from the beginning of this vetting process. The committee attributes the success of the vetting process to the cooperation and proper coordination between the various offices in the County Assembly. We also thank the members of the public for the confidence upon members of this community and the whole House. Honorable Speaker, message from the Excellency the Governor. Pursuant to Section 58A(1) of the County Government Amendment Act 2020, His Excellency the Governor, Honorable Stephen Sang, in a letter dated 4th April 2024, forwarded to the Speaker of the Nandi County Assembly the names of the nominee to the selection panel for the purpose of recommending suitable candidates for the appointment to the Nandi County Public Service Board. Mr. Rafael Samuel Tarus, male, nominated pursuant to Section 58A, 2A of the County Government Amendment Act 2020. Mr. Frank Kirwa, male, nominated pursuant to Section 58A, 2B of the County Government Amendment Act 2020. Mr. Paul Kipchumba Rotich, male, nominated pursuant to Section 58A, 2E of County Government Amendment Act 2020. Evelyn Chepkoskei, female, nominated pursuant to Section 58, 2D of the County Government Amendment Act 2020. Ms. Joan Chepchumba Koech, female, nominated pursuant to Section 58A, 2Z of the County Government Amendment Act 2020. Committee Committal to the committee. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 43.1, you informed the County Assembly on Monday, 29 April 2024, that the Assembly had received the notification of the nominations from the Office of the Governor. The notification of nomination was therefore committed to the Sectoral Committee on Administration and Public Service for vetting and reporting to the Assembly in accordance with Section 9(2) of the Public Appointment County Assemblies Approval Act 2017. Subsequently, pursuant to Section 7(5) of the Public Appointment County Assembly Approval Act 2017, notification of public hearing was placed on advertisement in the Standard newspaper Thursday, 16 May 2024, inviting the public to submit memoranda by way of writing statement on oath on the suitable or otherwise of the nominees in conformity with Section 710 of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017. The clerk notified the nominees to the public hearing on Friday, 24th May 2024, pursuant to Section 7(4) of the Public Appointment County Assembly Approval Act 2017. The nominees, through the advertisement, were required before the public hearing date copy of IDs, passport, curriculum vitae relevant to clearance from ESCC, DCI, KRA, ELUP, and recognized. Approval hearing. The Committee on Administration and Public Service held its sitting at the County Assembly chamber on Thursday, 23rd May 2024, in an open and transparent manner to consider the candidates suitable for appointment to serve in the section panel for purpose of recommending candidates to serve in the Nandi County Public Service Board pursuant to Section 7(6) of Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017. Honorable Speaker, committee findings and observation. During the public hearing of nominees to the section panel for the purpose of recommending suitable candidates for appointment to the Nandi County Public Service Board, the committee gathered the following information in comparison with the candidates' profiles and suitability. Mr. Rafael Samuel Tarus, Honorable Speaker, the nominee responded well to the questions relating to the functions of the County Public Service Board and general questions on his role as chairperson to the section panel. The nominees responded well to the questions posed to him, and owing to the wealth of experience, he exhibited high level of soft skills suitable for dealing with challenges at advanced level of government. The nominee meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity, having obtained clearance from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, the Kenya Revenue Authority, the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, and the Higher Education Loans Board. The nominee has not been charged in a court of law in the last 3 years on the matters that is criminal and civil in nature. The nominee has also never been dismissed or removed from the office for the contravening Article 75 of the Constitution. Mr. Rafael Samuel Tarus qualifies for appointment for the position of chairperson in accordance with Section 58A(2)(a) of County Government Amendment Act 2020, cognizant that he is not a public office, thus satisfying the requirement of the law for appointment. Honorable Speaker, on Mr. Frank Kirwa, the committee noted that the nominee is an entrepreneur, finance specialist, and accountant with several years of administrative work experience, as was able to emanate. This first experience rightly places him for position of a member to selection panel. That the nominee meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity, having submitted request for clearance from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, tax compliance from the Kenya Revenue Authority, the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, application for clearance to the Higher Education Loans Board, clearance. That the nominee has not been charged in a court of law in the last 3 years on any matter that is criminal or civil in nature. He has also never been dismissed or removed from office for contravening Article 75 of the Constitution. The nominee is a member of the private sector, evidenced by registration to the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, Nandi chapter as contemplated under Section 58A(2)(b) of the County Government Amendment Act 2020. Honorable Speaker, on Paul Kipchumba, the committee have considered the filed questionnaire provided under Section 7(9) of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017. The nominee curriculum vitae, and having had his oral submission during approval hearing, made the following observation on suitability for his appointment as a member of the section panel. The Paul Kipchumba Rotich meets the requirements of the Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity, having submitted request for the clearance from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, the Kenya Revenue Authority, the Directorate of Criminal Investigation, and the Higher Education Loans Board. That the nominee has not been charged in the court of law in the last 3 years on any matter that is criminal or civil nature. The nominee has never been dismissed or removed from office for contravening Article 75 of Constitution. Honorable Speaker, the committee noted that Evelyn Chepkoskei, being an accounting practitioner and fairly answered the questions relating functions of the section panel as well as Nandi County Public Service Board. She meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity, having obtained submitted request for clearance from the Ethics and the Anti-Corruption Commission, the Kenya Revenue Authority. The nominee submitted receipt from clearance from the Directorate of Criminal Investigation on 1st March 2024. The nominee had obtained record from Higher Education Loans Board indicating that she had no pending obligation. It was established that the nominee has not been charged in the court of law in the last 3 years on any matter that is criminal or civil in nature. She has never been dismissed or removed from office for contravening Article 75 of the Constitution. The committee observed that the nominee is completed a CASNEP certified public accounts final exam in December 2011. She therefore qualifies for appointment as the completed under Section 58A(2)(d) of the County Government Amendment Act 2020. Joan Chepchumba. The Ms. Joan Chepchumba brings wealth of experience and expertise to the section panel. She thus high suitable for the position. She has been nominated for the following reasons. The nominee meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity, having submitted request for clearance from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, the Kenya Revenue Authority, tax compliance, and the Higher Education Loans Board clearance. The nominee has not been charged in court of law in the last 3 years of any matter that is criminal or civil in nature. The nominee did not have current clearance from the Directorate of Criminal Investigation. The committee established that nominee has never been dismissed or removed from office for contravening Article 75 of the Constitution of Kenya. The nominee qualifies for appointment for the position of member in accordance with Section A2C of the County Government Act 2020, cognizant that she is an advocate for the High Court of Kenya, thus satisfying the requirements of the law of appointment. The committee recommendation. Honorable Speaker, upon consideration of the committee reports and the details contained and pursuant section 9.2 of the Public Governments County Assemblies Approve Act number 5 of 2017, which provides that at the conclusion of an approval hearing, the committee shall prepare its report on the suitability of the candidates to be appointed to the office to which the candidate has been nominated, and shall include in the report such recommendation as the committee may consider necessary, including a recommendation on whether or not the nominee should be approved for appointment to public office. Honorable Speaker, in consideration Section 58A of the County Government Act of 2020, for which the nomination in form provides that 58A1, whenever a vacancy arises in a county public service board, the governor shall nominate and with approval of the county assembly appoints members to a selection panel for the purpose of selecting suitable candidates for appointment as member of the county public service board. The selection panel under subsection shall consist of the following persons: a chairperson not being a public officer, one person from the private sector, an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, an accountant who is a member of the Institution of Certified Public Accounts of Kenya, and one person from association representing workers. Section 3 of the County Amendment Act 2020 of the Act provides that governor shall, in nominating members to the section panel, ensure that not more than 2/3 of the nominees are of the same gender. Honorable Speaker, the committee have considered the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017 as regard to suitability of the nominees. The committee applied the conditions set under Section 58(2) of the County Government Amendment Act 2020. Therefore, the committee makes the following recommendations: that this House approves nomination of Mr. Rafael Samuel Tarus as a chairperson to the selection panel. That this House approves nomination of Mr. Frank Kirwa as a member of selection panel representing the private sector. That this House approves nomination of Mr. Paul Kipchumba Rotich as a member to the selection panel representing Association of Workers. That this House approve nomination of Ms. Evelyn Chepkoskei to the section panel as a member representing Institute of Certified Public Accounts of Kenya. That this House approves nomination of Ms. Joan Chepchumba to the selection panel as a member representing the Law Society of Kenya. Affirmation and approvals. We, the honorable members of the Administration and Public Service Committee, do hereby affix our signatures to affirm approval, confirm accuracy and authenticity of the subsequently adopt his report. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. And before I sit, I'm calling upon the Vice Chair, Honorable Bridget, to second.
Honorable members, the motion having been moved and seconded, I now propose that this House adopts the Administration and Public Service Report on the vetting of nominees to selection panel for appointment of the Nandi County Public Service Board, laid on the floor of the House on 25th June 2024. You can now debate. Honorable Keter from Chamundu, your mic is on.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity so that I can also contribute to the motion that it is before us. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, we find that I'm a member to that Committee of Administration, and therefore we did vetting, and we were impressed to see that the people that they were nominated, they are up to they are qualified for the job. Mr. Speaker, we find that they were also, we had some members also from that panel that they have huge experience, Mr. Speaker, sir, which I requested this Honorable House to pass those names. After we have gone through, we interrogated them through various paths. And Mr. Speaker, we find that those are actually the right people because none of them was researching neither nor trying to fake what they had. Because we had some various confirmation. We had some papers from all departments that actually they were supposed to have complied before. And we found them that they are compliant, Mr. Speaker. So I urge honorable members that we support these names and we pass the way it is, because these are the people known to us, and we find that there are so many questions that we have been asking, and the board cannot move without the selections. We are all aware that member of public service board, some of them have their time have expired, and we need a new board. So in this case, election panel will assist us to form and search for those people that they will fill the board. So I urge honorable members to pass those names the way it is, and we shall move on, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
The honorable member from Kemelo Imaraba, Honorable Trufosa.
Mr. Speaker, I only need the copies. We need the copies, Mr. Speaker, because we cannot deliberate on something which we don't have. In fact, the names are already forgotten. We need to see the copies to go one by one. Thank you.
Honorable members, I know all of us were supplied with gadgets where we can be able to access this information from our sites. And I have no doubt that the reports have been shared, or rather is in the website. Could you please just have some time and access? Honorable Trufosa, do you confirm that it is in the website?
Honorable Speaker, I don't have the phone. I left it in the car. So I want to go and pick it. Sorry.
I'm standing, Speaker.
Well, proceed then, Honorable Keter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I put the question. Thank you.
Honorable Kirongo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just to confirm that we are supporting this, and of course we are thanking the team, the administration committee. They have done a wonderful job, Mr. Speaker, and of course, going by the names, they are men and women of integrity. So, Mr. Speaker, I support, and of course, Mr. Speaker, you put a question, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
You know, Honorable Kirongo, you're becoming very selfish because you've contributed on your own, and you proceed to move a motion that a question be put. Honorable member from Kaptumo Kaboi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also want to contribute on this report, our great report from the Committee of Administration. I want, Mr. Speaker, I was following our able chairman online, and I want to thank you for that facility. And as you can see, the members that His Excellency put forward this time around, you remember, Mr. Speaker, if we go to the history, there was once upon a time, there was a list of names which were not in line with the requirements of the Constitution. So I want to assure this House, Mr. Speaker, that going through all those names that His Excellency gave us this time around, that is why you can see, Mr. Speaker, the members who the other time were moving amendments to our report then, where we were rejecting some of the names, are now quick to ask you to put the question before even other members can contribute. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for being observant this time round. Mr. Speaker, as we continue in this assembly, we are maturing and we are beginning to see things actually in the lenses of the Constitution. So, Mr. Speaker, all the 5 names are men and women of integrity from this county, and they are very, very able to discharge their mandate of giving us a public service board that is going to serve the interests and the people of Nandi. So I support the report. Being a member of that committee, we banned what we call the midnight oil, Mr. Speaker, of course with the support of your office, in order to go through, to do even research. That's why you can see we did not rush. And Mr. Speaker, as I speak, I seek your protection because some members are consulting loudly, especially the member from...
Honorable Tildai.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, kindly just consult, not on, please.
So Mr. Speaker, I wanted to say that we want to thank you as a committee, of course through our able chair, that you gave us the necessary support. We didn't rush to bring the report to the floor of the House because we wanted to be sure that the names that we are giving you indeed meets all the threshold of the Constitution of Kenya. I support, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
I don't know. The ranking member is, her mic is on, Honorable Milka. Honorable Musbei, you indicated that the chair was observant this time round.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that for purposes of record, Mr. Speaker, I stand by that comment, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Milka.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this chance. I also stand to support the committee led by the Honorable Chair, Honorable Chamalan. I have gone through these names, and I have seen that all these are capable, because we have seen some are retirees, and we have seen that they have done something where they came from. And I know that all of them are from Nandi County, and we trust on them. The goodness is that as they came here for the vetting, we saw that they are really potential in their work. So I also urge the House that since today we have a lot to transact, I think this is automatically, I can say that let us pass it the way they are, because they are here to support us, and they are our daughters and sons. And again, the reason you are, I would like to support Honorable Tufosa about papers, please. The laptops you gave us, everyone given to their children. So we don't have. No. We were supposed to choose the laptop.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable.
On accuracy of fact, Mr. Speaker, for the member from Nandi to allege that the laptops you gave us, in fact, Mr. Speaker, while I was contributing, you heard me say I was following this debate online. There was no other gadget other than the great piece of laptop you gave us, Mr. Speaker. So for the honorable member to allude that we've donated our laptops to our children, Mr. Speaker, is out of order, Mr. Speaker, because the honorable members are capable, Mr. Speaker.
Musbe, you've made your point. You've made your point, honorable member from Nandi. Is that the position, or
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I can answer him. Since we were given those laptops, I have never seen anyone moving around with it here. Ask them now.
Honorable member from Nandi, you've been asked whether it is true that you've given those laptops to your children, and you know it was.
I might say, because can't see anybody going on with it.
Honorable member from Nandi, you need to be very factual. You either withdraw and apologize to this house, or you
may I withdraw and apologize? Thank you.
Honorable Kogo Silas.
Yes. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to contribute on this motion. First, I want to sincerely thank my able chair, that's Honorable Chemalan from Kilibwani, for spearheading this report. For sure, Honorable Speaker, we did our best. I being a member to this committee, we did our best, and want to urge this House that we pass these names so that the selection panel will start their work immediately, so that we can see the Public Service Board coming into work immediately. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to urge all of us that we pass this motion as soon as this, so that we can see things moving forward. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I support. Thank you.
Honorable Kipto, I have not given you a chance. Honorable Salma.
Asante sana Bwana Spika. Hata mimi ningependa kuchukua fursa hii kuunga mkono mjadala ambao umeletwa na kamati ya utawala. Kwanza kabisa ningependa kuchukua fursa hii kuipongeza kamati hiyo kwa kazi nzuri ambayo wamefanya. Kwa kweli kama ulikuwa unafuatilia, baada ya ukaguzi wa wanakamati wa hiyo kamati walichukua muda mrefu kufuatilia na mwisho wakatupa matokeo mazuri. Mimi nimekuwa nikifuatilia kuanzia mwanzo hadi sasa, na ukifuatilia kuna wanakamati kadhaa kwa hiyo ambao walikaguliwa, ambao tunawajua na kwa kazi zao wana uzoefu mkubwa sana kwa kazi zao. Kwa hivyo ningependa kuunga hayo majina yote yaweze kupita. Asante.
Honorable Kipto, thereafter Honorable Kitok.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to contribute. Honorable Speaker, allow me to register my big congratulations to the HEPO team EPO administration led by Honorable Chemalan. This is a polite and very humble man, Honorable Speaker, and he has really discharged his duties competently, Honorable Speaker. I've just stood to just to say thank you for this gentleman, Honorable Speaker. He was despised, but now, Honorable Speaker, we have seen his contribution in this flow of the House, Honorable Speaker. In everything he does, it is 100%, Honorable Speaker. Allow me to say thank you, and we support the names, selection panel, the whole 5 individuals, Honorable Speaker. They have the strength, they are capable, and they are competent, Honorable Speaker. Allow me to sit down, Honorable Speaker, to give others to contribute. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Bitok.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance. Before we put a question or support the humble man that is the chair for this committee, I take this opportunity and chance to maybe to ask, are the marginalized groups represented in this in this formation? One, the vice chair of this committee, Honorable Bridget, anybody with a disability represented in this group? Secondly, the group from minorities and marginalized, do we have one that now we are saying put the question while there are some of the people that are not well represented in the municipality? This is the question that I am asking Mr. Speaker and the honorable members and the committee, doing a such formation without disability and the marginalized group being represented. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Bridget, thereafter Honorable Member from Kabwareng.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this golden opportunity. I just want to say thank you for honorable members. Today, I'm seeing the spirit of smiling. I don't know, they wake up in the right hand, and I should say thank you. I just want to say thank you to my committee for administration for the good job that they did. I want to assure this honorable house that the selection panel it had all the requirements. We made, in fact, the thing that is making me so happy that we made the rule of two third gender rule. And we had qualified women with academic skills. I should even thank Honorable His Excellency Mr. Sang for giving us the qualified candidates. So honorable members, let's support this motion. Thank you.
Honorable Hassan.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me an opportunity to contribute to this amazing report by the Committee of Administration. And I have to congratulate them for the hard work they have done. But on the same breath, Honorable Speaker, we have to appreciate the fact that this report is coming on a backdrop of a Gen Z demonstration who are unemployed. So we are hoping that in this list we could have one who is a Gen Z so that they can be employed to represent the youth of the county. Furthermore, Honorable Speaker, I'll have to echo the words of MCA for Nandi, who has just brought up the issue of minority. Honorable Speaker, going forward, when we get an opportunity to vet committees, let's try to ensure that we represent the people of Nandi, the whole people of Nandi. We have the lawyers in Nandi who are not on this list. We have disabled who are not on this list. And we have the youth who are not on this list. So even though I support the report, because I know they are qualified and they're all people of Nandi, but I recommend that we also include...
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Under what standing order?
On the accuracy of fact, Mr. Speaker. For the honorable member from Kabwareng to allege that we don't have lawyers, particularly that question of the lawyer, can he substantiate that all the members that we have there, there is no lawyer? Which parameters is he using to tell that the members that are in that list, there is no lawyer. Has he done background check to confirm that there is no lawyer in the list, or there is no other tribe? Because in Nandi is cosmopolitan. A minority group should not necessarily be synonymous to the Luya community. The people I respect so much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Hassan.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the fact that the honorable member is from Aldai, and he has a lot of people there who are. Let me, for point of clarification, let me just call the names of people who are appointed in this committee. Rafael Samoei Tarus, Frank Kirwa, Paul Kipchumba Rotich, Evelyn Chepkosgei, and John Kipchumba Koech. I don't know if the Dorobas are there, but I know for a fact that there's no Luya on that list. I'm not saying that the list is wrong. I'm not saying they're unqualified. All I'm saying, going forward, Honorable Speaker, that let's consider the face of Nandi.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker, sir.
In these names, Honorable Speaker, there is no youth.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Keter, under what standing order, please?
Number 90, accuracy
Yes.
of fact, Mr. Speaker. You find that honorable member is trying to mislead the House, Mr. Speaker, because we do also have a criteria which it was being used. And one of the criteria, Mr. Speaker, it was not about tribal. Mr. Speaker, we had the guideline for all this vetting, Mr. Speaker. So unless the honorable member wants us to amend that vetting, unless he confirmed to me, Mr. Speaker, that the vetting criteria was about the tribalism, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker,
Well, proceed, Honorable Hassan.
I think comprehension is very important in this House. I've not said I am against the list, but I'm saying that we need to represent the people and the face of Nandi. We are a tribalist society, the way Kenya is going. And I said it here. This report is coming on the backdrop of a GNZ protesters in the country. They are tribalists. They're nameless. They have no leader. And in this list, Honorable Speaker, all I'm saying is next time we have an opportunity to select anybody in this House, let's go by the criteria of the face of Nandi. Let's make sure that this is equitable, equally distributed, so that nobody feels. And you see that, Honorable Speaker, they're standing up very quickly doing point of orders because I'm putting facts on the table. The names here, there is no Luya, there is no Dorobek, there is no Dorobek who have even, there is a community that, there is a petition in this House, Honorable Speaker, of community that wants to be recognized in Nandi. Speaking that, on that
point of order,
Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Hassan, whatever that Honorable Musbei was saying that is out of order, the names that you've mentioned, the 5 names that you've mentioned, that what is the criteria that those names comes from the same tribe? That is what he was asking. That is it possible that someone could be using a certain name that, but again, that person, I hope I've passed the point.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Maybe the member can tell me who is a Luya in that list, because there is no Luyas on the list. I don't know why we're dragging this issue. The member knows there is no Luya on the list. By just names, everybody is very prideful of their tribe, and nothing is wrong with being prideful of their pride. Nothing is wrong with all the lists being Nandis. Nothing is wrong. All we are saying is going forward, Honorable Speaker, and I urge the Committee of Administration to look into names that can actually go forward so that it represents the people of Nandi. Can I ask, let me get away from the tribe, do we have a disabled individual in those lists?
Well, I think we need to make progress. You've made your point. You've been heard. And I'm hoping that the House in future will consider, notwithstanding the criteria that has been given by the law, has been provided by the law, that will be able to be, to be captured. Honorable Keter, you had something? Apparently, the honorable member is now seated.
Yes. Honorable Speaker, I think he has just to clarify on this issue of, you were just asking, it seems the honorable member was not familiar with the criteria that it is being used, because we had all the representative in terms
But
of...
Honorable Keter, whatever that is saying is that notwithstanding the criteria that has been given, is it possible that amongst the ones that has been provided by the law, is it possible that we can cater for the minority and also other groups, notwithstanding the criteria?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, that is possible. When we try to consider, that is why we were majorly on, as per the Constitution of Kenya, they were talking of that gender rule, which we really observed that one, Mr. Speaker. And again, they were representing people with disability, which we consider that one, Mr. Speaker. But this one, I was against this one of tribalism, Mr. Speaker, because you find that the honorable member mentioned also Torobek, and Torobek was requesting that we recognize them. We have not recognized those people because we want to know who are they, so that next time we will include, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Keter, remain seated, please. Honorable Trufosa. Honorable Trufosa, at some point you wanted to contribute to this motion, and you did not have the report. Do you now have the report for you to submit?
Okay, I have it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now have the report. I'm really supporting it. Though, apart from what Mheshimiwa Kakoni has said about representation of the marginalized or minority, to me, I want to know whether all the sub-counties are well represented, because we cannot accept the 5, maybe from one side or one sub-county, while other sub-counties are left out. Though there are 5, which means one sub-county is excluded. So from the 5, are they from different sub-counties, or from the same sub-county, or from 2 sub-counties? Otherwise, I really support the names. That is only my question about representation of sub-counties. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable member from Kilibwoni, now that a number of issues has been raised, I want to give the right of reply as you submit on the issues raised by the honorable members.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to answer honorable members and right of reply. I want to confirm to Honorable Truposa, through Honorable Speaker, that all sub-counties were considered, though the nominees were only 5. Then, Honorable Speaker, I would like to take this opportunity to thank honorable members for contributing positively about this report, and to urge them, let us adopt, let us support, to allow the progress. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I'll therefore proceed to put the question that this House adopts the Administration and Public Service Report on the vetting of nominees to selection panel for appointment of Nandi County Public Service Board, laid on the floor of the House on 25th June 2024. Will as many as of similar opinion say ayes?
Aye.
And will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 10, motion.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to move a motion that this House adopt Administration and Public Service Report on vetting of nominees to Kapsabet Municipality Board, laid on the floor of the House on 25th June 2024. Honorable Speaker, the Sectoral Committee on Administration and Public Service is established pursuant to provisions of Standing Order 194 under the provision of Standing Order 194-5F, includes vet and report on all appointments where the Constitution or any law requires the County Assembly to approve, except those under Standing Order 197 Committee on Appointments. committee mandate. The Committee on Administration and Public Service looked into all matters related to public service, e-government, information communication and technology, coordination and participation of communities and locations in governance at local level to assist the communities and location of develop the administrative capacity for the effective exercise of the functions, powers and participation in governance at local level, firefighting service and disaster. Committee membership. The committee, as was reconstituted by the Assembly on 28 March 2024, comprises the following members: Honorable Emmanuel Kipchumba, Chairperson; Honorable Bridget Songok, Vice Chair; Honorable Julius Keter, Member; Honorable Sarah Gaino, Member; Honorable Isaac Mospey, Member; Honorable Litya Chepto, Member; Honorable Benjamin Matata, Member; Honorable Edwin Kiprop, Member; Honorable Silas Koko, Member. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Section 14(2) of the Urban Areas and Cities Amendment Act 2019, Excellency the Governor, Honorable Stephen Sang, in a letter dated 4th April 2024, forwarded to the Speaker of the Nandi County Assembly the names of the nominees to Kapsabet Municipality Board for the vetting by the Sectoral Committee on Administration and Public Service and consideration for approval by the County Assembly for appointment as members of Kapsabet Municipality Board. Ms. Josephine Cheroti Tue, female, nominee appointed by the Governor. Ms. Salma Aden, female, nominee appointed by the County Governor. Ms. Mildred Chelimo, female, nominee appointed by the County Governor. Mr. Eli Jepkwan, male, nominee representing the Private Sector Association. Dr. Chop Ngetich, male, nominee representing professional bodies. Mark Joseph Martin, male, nominee representing Informal Sector Association. Ms. Nancy Cherotich Sheila, female, nominee representing Neighborhood Association. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 43.1, you informed the County Assembly on Monday, 29 April 2024, that the Assembly had received the notification of the nomination from the Office of the Governor. The notification of the nomination was therefore committed to the Sectoral Committee on Administration and Public Service on for vetting and reporting to the Assembly in accordance with Section 9(2) of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017. Subsequently, pursuant to Section 7(5) of the Public Amendment County Assembly Approval Act 2017, notification of public hearing was placed an advertisement in the Standard newspaper of Thursday, 16 May 2024, inviting the public to submit a memoranda by way of written statement on oath, sworn affidavits on the suitability of otherwise of the nominees in conformity with Section 7(10) of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017. The clerk notified the nominees to the public hearing on Friday, 24th May 2024, pursuant to Section 7(4) of the Public Appointment County Assembly Approval Act 2017. The nominees, through the advertisement, were required before the public hearing date, copy of national ID or passport, curriculum vitae, and relevant documents and clearance form from ACC, DCI, KRA, ELOP, and recognized CRB. Approval hearing. The Committee on Administration and Public Service held sitting at the County Assembly chamber on Friday, 24th May 2024, in an open and transparent manner to consider the candidates' suitability for appointment to serve in the Kapsabet Municipality Board, pursuant to provision of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Section 7(6) of Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017, Section 87 of the County Government Act 2012, and the County Assembly Standing Orders. During the hearing, The committee gathered information from the nominees as discussed below. Honorable Speaker, the committee during interaction with the nominees to Kapsabet Municipality Board gathered the following information regarding their suitability for the office that they were nominated to. 1. Josephine Tuwe. Ms. Josephine Tuwe is a Kenyan citizen born and brought up in Nandi County. She went through primary and secondary education in the same county before proceeding to Rift Valley Technical Training Institute for her post-primary education. She is a person living with disability, and the committee proved this in a disability card submitted by her during vetting. The nominee has worked experience of more than 3 years, where she has worked in various private and public entities. The committee observed that Ms. Tuwe is a career has been a positive trajectory and gained enough experience to a pole position she was being appointed to. The nominee answered the questions she was asked in a satisfactory manner. The nominee has received clearance from Kenya Revenue Authority, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, Higher Education Loans Board, and Registered Credit clearance from Directorate of Criminal Investigation is pending as was applied for 20th May 2024. The committee therefore confirms that she meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya for appointment to the office she was mandated to, pending clearance from DCI. Her work experience as related to position, education relevance to the position she has been nominated to. As interest in an acknowledged to specific position as good communication skills, both written and oral, our presentation, decision making, and problem solving skills are equally good. Ms. Salma Aden. The nominee was born and raised in Nandi County, where she also went through primary and secondary education. She later joined Moi University for a diploma in business management. She has signed experience in running business as she is currently a business person in Kapsabet Municipality. The nominee has received clearance from Kenya Revenue Authority, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, Higher Education Loans Board, Registered Credit Reference Bureau, and her clearance from Directorate of Criminal Investigation is pending as was applied on 17 May 2024. The committee therefore confirms that she meets the requirement of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya for appointment to the office she was nominated to, pending clearance from DCI. Having been a business person, her work experience is sufficient as related to the position. Education relevance to the position she has been nominated to, as interested in and acknowledged to specific position as good communication skills, both written and oral. Our presentation, decision making, and our problem solving skills was satisfactory. Ms. Mildred Chelimo. Ms. Mildred Chelimo was born and raised in Nandi County, as proven by original identification documents presented before the committee during our vetting. She has a Bachelor of Law from Moi University. The nominee has work experience spanning more than 8 years in legal profession, both a consultant, associate, and proprietor. She exhibits leadership qualities as she is current the person of Law Society of Kenya, Kenya Kapsabet chapter, and is a champion of mentorship programs in schools and society. Our qualities are also emphasized by the fact that she championed and contributed towards installation of ICT system at Kapsabet prisons to enable virtual court session during court period. She contributed towards the construction of public toilets at the Kapsabet Law Courts. Ms. Chelimo has since received clearance from Kenya Revenue Authority, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, Higher Education Loans Board, a registered credit reference bureau, and clearance from Directorate of Criminal Investigation is pending as was applied for on 17 May 2024. The committee therefore confirms that she meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of Constitution of Kenya for appointment to office she was nominated to, pending clearance from DCI. The nominee's work experience makes her a competent candidate to fill the position. Education relevance to the position she has been nominated to, as interest in and first acknowledged to specific position as good communication skills, both written and oral. Our presentation during vetting, decision making, and our problem solving skills were equally good. Dr. Job Kipkurgat Ngetich. Dr. Job Kipkurgat Ngetich was born in Toulon, Nandi County, and has a PhD in environmental planning from University of Eldoret. He is also a lecturer at the same institution. The nominee's work experience and academic background is admirable. He has served in various public and private institutions under different capacities. He has conducted various researches and written various documents on land and environment. He has also served in a senior position such as Chief Officer and a position he held at Kakamega County. This experience makes him a suitable candidate for appointment as a member of Kapsabet Municipality Board. The committee confirms that Dr. Ngetich meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya for appointment to the office he has nominated to, having received clearance from Kenya Revenue Authority, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, Higher Education Loan Board, Registered Credit Reference Bureau, and Directorate of Criminal Investigation. Mr. Eli Chepkwony Ndeka. Mr. Chepkwony was born in Nairobi and attended his primary education in Nandi County. He has a bachelor degree in social work from Masinde Muliro University. The nominee has served in various capacities in the public and private sector for over 22 years. Notably, he has held various senior positions in institutions such as being a director and chairperson of Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Nandi chapter. During this time, he has served at various positions that directly impact social development and health, such as being trainer of trainers for prevention and mother to child transmission of HIV. Mr. Chepkwony has received clearance from Kenya Revenue Authority, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, Higher Education Loan Board, a Registered Credit Reference Bureau, and his clearance from Directorate of Criminal Investigation is dated 4th July 2023. The committee therefore confirms that she meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya for appointment to the office she was nominated to, pending clearance from DCI. The nominee's work experience qualifies him to the position he was nominated to. He has a good education record, has interest in and vast knowledge to the specific position, has good communication skills, both written and oral. His appearances before the committee during the vetting was good. He also exhibited decision-making and problem-solving skills. Mr. Mark Joseph Martin. Mr. Mark Joseph Martin, born in Nandi County and attended his primary education in the same county. He has a bachelor's degree in education from Moi University, master's degree from Masinde Muliro University, and is currently pursuing PhD in the same institution. He has a work experience spanning more than 40 years, where he has served in various public learning institutions. He has also served as a member and leader in various political parties. The nominee has received clearance from Kenya Revenue Authority, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, Higher Education Loans Board, Registered Credit Reference Bureau, and clearance from Directorate of Criminal Investigation. The committee therefore confirms that he meets the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya for appointment to the office he was nominated to. The nominee's work experience and academic background is commendable. He has served under various capacities, both in public and private institutions. This makes his candidate for membership of Kapsabet Municipality Board. Work experience qualifies him to fill the position he was nominated to. He has a good education record, has interest in and vast knowledge to the specific position, has good communication skills, both written and oral. His appearances before the committee during the vetting was good, and he exhibited good decision-making and problem-solving skills. Ms. Nancy Cherotich Sheila. Ms. Nancy Cherotich Sheila was born in Nandi County. She attended primary school and secondary school in the same county before joining Moi University for higher education. She worked for both public and private institutions and has experience of more than 15 years. Some of institutions she has worked with include Uraia Trust, AMREF, Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. The nominee has clearance from Kenya Revenue Authority, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, Higher Education Loans Board, a Registered Credit Reference Bureau, and clearance from Directorate of Criminal Investigation. The committee therefore confirms that she meets requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya for appointment to the office she was appointed to. During her vetting, the committee noted that she qualified to hold a public office based on her work experience, education record, interest in and knowledge to the position, has good communication skills, both written and oral. Her appearances before the committee during the vetting was good. She exhibited good decision-making and problem-solving skills. Committee recommendations. Honorable Speaker, having received notification from the Office of the Speaker on matters of nomination of candidates for position of Kapsabet Municipality Board, and the matter having been referred to Committee on Administration and Public Service, the committee conducted oral vetting, interrogated the candidates' profiles, and having recorded findings and observations, the committee puts forward the following recommendation: that pursuant to Section 9(2) of Public Appointments, County Assembly's Approval Act 2017, the County Government Act 2012, Section 14(2)(b) of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2019, and the Nandi County Assembly Standing Order 46(3), this House approves the nomination of Ms. Josephine Cherotich Tuwei to Kapsabet Municipality Board. The pursuant to Section 9(2) of Public Appointments, County Assemblies approves Act 2017, the County Governments Act 2012, Section 14(2)(b) of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2019, the Nandi County Assembly Standing Order 46(3). This House approves the nomination of Ms. Salma Aden to Kapsabet Municipality Board. That pursuant to Section 9(2) of Public Appointments, County Assemblies Approval Act 2017, the County Government Act 2012, Section 14(2)(b) of Urban Areas and Cities Act 2019, and the Nandi County Assembly Standing Order 46(3), this House approves the nomination of Ms. Mildred Chelimo to Kapsabet Municipality Board. That pursuant to Section 9(2) of Public Appointments, County Assemblies Approvals Act 2017, the County Government Act 2012, Section 14(2)(b) of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2019, and the Nandi County Assembly Standing Order 46(3), this House approves the nomination of Dr. Job Kurkat Ngetich to Kapsabet Municipality Board. That pursuant to Section 9(2) of Public Appointments, County Assemblies Act of 2017, the County Government Act 2012, Section 14(2)(b) of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2019, and the Nandi County Assembly Standing Order 46.3, this House approves the nomination of Mr. Eli Chepkwony to Kapsabet Municipality Board. The pursuant to Section 9(2) of Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017, the County Government Act 2012, Section 14(2)(b) of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2019, and the Nandi County Assembly Standing Order 46.3, this House approves the nomination of Mr. Mark Joseph Martin to Kapsabet Municipality Board. That pursuant to Section 9(2) of Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act 2017, the County Government Act 2012, Section 14(2)(b) of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2019, and the Nandi County Assembly Standing Order 46.3, this House approves nomination of Ms. Nancy Jerodi Sheila to Kapsabet Municipality Board. Affirmation and approval. Honorable Speaker, we, the honorable members of Administration and Public Service Committee, do hereby affix our signatures to affirm approvals, confirm accuracy, validity, and authenticity of the subsequently adopt this report. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, and may I ask Honorable Bridget to second.
Honorable members, I'll proceed to propose that this House adopts administration and public service report on the vetting of nominees to Kapsabet Municipality Board laid on the floor of the House on 25th June 2024. The debate is on. Honorable Korir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me first appreciate the good job done by the committee led by the able chair, Honorable Emmanuel. Mr. Speaker, sir, I think I've been going through this report and I've been much more particularly touched by one individual in the names of Dr. Job Kurgat. This is a person I personally know of. He has a wealth of experience, and these are the people and the personnel that we require in this county. He is a planner, and he's actually based, most of his time is actually based in Eldoret. I've really done, and I've even witnessed some works that he has at some point benefited from the same. These are the people that we require so that we can be able to plan our town of Kapsabet, and this is going to take us to better levels in terms of urbanization. I therefore wish to support the report, Mr. Speaker. I've also checked. The rest of the members have good standing. Those are the personalities I might not know personally, but I was particularly tight with that name of Dr. Chepkwony, Dr. Job, because I personally know of him, and the good work that he does in Eldoret is actually good, and he's actually a native and a son of the soil. Those are the brains that we require to at least plan this town and we move on. I therefore wish to support the report and concur with the team that we adopt and support so that we can also be able to expound and be able to utilize the budget that we have for the Kapsabet municipality. I support, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Well, I think this is particularly directed to the members of the committee because I've noted that all of you must have gone through the report as submitted by the chair. However, I have noted that on the part of the recommendations, you've recommended that pursuant to Section 9(2) of the Public Appointments, that is the County Assembly's Approval Act 2017, the County Governments Act, you've said 2012, I don't know how factual that is, Section 14(b) of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2019, and the Nandi County Assembly Standing Orders 46.3. And my attention is drawn particularly to the Nandi County Assembly Standing Orders 46.3. What does it say? I think, honorable members, as the custodians and we supposed to protect the constitution, that particular standing order is not relevant, or rather that particular provision is not relevant to the current proceedings. And therefore, the committee, there's much that has to be done on those. So you'll move the House appropriately. Do you have anything to say on those issues that have? Well, Honorable Tarbey, do you want to save the situation?
Yes, Honorable Speaker. With your guidance, Mr. Speaker, as the honorable members are aware that this is a House of Rules, I request that we defer the debate, Mr. Speaker, for those corrections to be made. I request that the debate be deferred to another session to allow members maybe from the concerned committee to make some amendments or the sections quoted, Mr. Speaker. So I request the Honorable Deputy Leader of Majority to second.
I decline, Mr. Speaker, and I propose for amendment to be the section to be deleted and the motion to go on. Thank
Honorable members, let's proceed. Honorable member from Nandi, Honorable Tarbey, your motion has not been seconded, and therefore, you know the fate that it has suffered. Well, Honorable Kogo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Maybe through your indulgence, kindly you could give us some few minutes to liaise with our clerk and our chairman on the same.
Honorable Kogo, you're totally out of order. The House cannot be held in abeyance, as you've been given a few minutes to sort out the issues that arose in your committee. Honorable Mosbey, your mic was on.
Mr. Speaker, the errors notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, I want to support. I want to support this report, Mr. Speaker. Remember, Mr. Speaker, the municipality of Kapsabet is a critical organ in the county government, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Mosbey, yeah?
Yes.
I have raised a number of issues, more so that you want this House to approve this motion, and you placing your strength on the Nandi County Assembly Standing Orders 46.3. You've been the greatest protector of the law in this House.
Mr. Speaker, I want to assure you, on the background, something is happening, Mr. Speaker. So I didn't want to go the way of Honorable Member, Honorable Silas from Kebulonik and Honorable from Nandi.
Point of inquiry, Mr. Speaker.
Point of inquiry, or you want to inquire?
Yeah, the honorable member is telling us that something is being done in the background. Which background, Mr. Speaker? This is an honorable house, and anything done in the background, Mr. Speaker, is not the. So maybe you can clarify what is being done in the background,
Yes,
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Musbe, what is being done in the background?
Pursuant to the standing orders of this House, Mr. Speaker, an amendment is being prepared so that to follow the procedures, Mr. Speaker. And so this, Mr. Speaker, will not, or rather should not prevent us, Mr. Speaker, from debating the substance of the motion, and that's what I wanted to bring to the floor of the House,
Honorable
Mr. Speaker.
Musbe, I'm just trying to imagine in the event this motion is debated and it has the approval of this House, what will be the net effect of that approval?
Point of inquiry, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As we can see that part, Mr. Speaker, we could request that you apply standing order number 1, Mr. Speaker. As we delete, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Member from Chemundu, standing order number 1 is not meant to cure Standing order number 1 provides that in cases not provided for, the Speaker to decide. And you know, this is provided for in the standing orders. Honorable Mutol.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Though I've come late and I'm a member of the Administration Committee. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm for the amendment. I'm for to defer this. I've gone through the document. We had some other dissenting voices, and it is not captured in the report. And the way we were given to sign for the report, we just signed, but we are not given the document. It was just one sheet of signing.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Keter, what are you saying?
Mr. Speaker, unless Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My only concern, it was honorable member whom we are with him in the same committee, Mr. Speaker, is making just a very serious allegation, Mr. Speaker, and yet he has just signed. So I don't know at what point the honorable member thought that what he has signed is not the same that it is being provided in the House, Mr. Speaker. Unless understanding order number 89, Mr. Speaker, the honorable member to declare the interest.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Is it a point of order on a point of order? What is it, Honorable Mutwal?
Yes, it's a continuation, and again, it is accuracy of facts, Mr. Speaker. So I think the answer will never lie. We gave some dissenting ideas, but they are not captured in the report. And even when we were signing, I'm standing here and telling the truth. We were never given the document. we were given just a sheet to sign. So I just signed thinking that everything was captured in the document. But going to do the document, it is not captured. So when I stand, I don't want to, at least to lie, because I'm speaking exactly of what happened. Because this is a house of law, and I expect honorable members of the, maybe the committee members, also should be giving the truth in this floor.
Point of order. Point of order.
Thank you.
Honorable members from the public, the appointments, not appointments, the public administration, you've had the serious allegations raised by the honorable member from Kosirai. And honorable members, you know the consequences. You had her indicate, or rather submit to this house, that she did not have an opportunity to read the whole report, but again she proceeded to sign. That notwithstanding, honorable members, I think this is a very serious issue that needs to be dealt with. But before that, Majority Leader, you had something to say. You had a point of order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Sarah stand on a point of order, which I think it didn't quote any standing order, Honorable Speaker. And she said that she is not party to the report, Honorable Speaker. And when you look at the report, she has already signed, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, it is so, I think I can use which term, Honorable Speaker, to
Honorable
say that.
Majority Leader, under what standing order are you personally standing on?
I'm standing under standing order number 9, Honorable Speaker, so that I can give facts that the report already, which is at the House, Honorable Speaker, has been signed by the Honorable Sarah. And the way Honorable report is in this House, Honorable Speaker, it is not for the committee again, Honorable Speaker, it is for the whole House. So I think you should rule Honorable Sarah out of order, Honorable Speaker, because he's lying to this House, Honorable Speaker. She has already signed the report.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Under what standing order, Honorable Sarah? Because 90, proceed.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. So it is not in order for the leader of majority to say Honorable Sarah is lying, and yet is not a member of that committee. Were you present when we were signing? That is the question I'm asking. None of the committee members went through the document.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Kogo,
lie.
you cannot stand on a point of order when your colleague is already on her feet on a point of order. Let her prosecute her point of order first.
Yes, we really waited for so long. Eventually, we were told that it is late. The document is yet, the time frame is yet over. So the document, even the clerk never went through the document. We were just given the sheet to sign. And I'm saying that, and I'm repeating, the answer will never lie. And I cannot be here to be condemned. I'm standing as an honorable member of Kosirai Ward. And what I saw and what happened is what I'm telling this house. So it is upon this house to pass it or to reject it. I spoke my words, representing the people of Great Kosirai. And if that is the trend that will be going on in all these committees and the reports, that one should be stopped. Because it was only on that administrative.
Honorable Mutwal, I want you to constrain yourself to the present report.
Yes.
Kindly just.
Yes, I'm in
constrain
that
yourself to
report
the
of
present
administration. So it is not good to be lying.
Honorable Sarah, you've made your
And
point.
I'm not lying here.
Point of order.
I'm actually telling the truth.
You've made your point,
Yes,
Honorable.
I've made my point. It has gone, yeah. Even the members which are here, they know very well that they never the report was not read before we signed. What we had was just that time frame is over and ABCD. And there are other things I don't want to say in this out, but I will have time to tell whoever is interested. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
That is okay.
Point of order,
Right,
Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Mr.
Point
Speaker.
of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I don't know at what point are you supposed to raise a point of order? What is it?
Point of information, Honorable Speaker.
You want, whom do you want to inform? Is
The
it
House,
the
Honorable
entire
Speaker.
House? Will you proceed to inform
Yes.
then?
It is mine was point of order, Honorable Speaker, and I think Honorable Sarah was responding to me, Honorable Speaker, and it is she is raising a very serious concern, Honorable Speaker.
Just before you proceed, Honorable Majority Leader, Honorable Rotich wants to inform the House.
Honorable Speaker, it's unfortunate, Honorable Speaker, that the matters that touches on a particular committee, which, as we speak, the Honorable Chair of that particular committee has tabled the report on this House, Honorable Speaker. As we speak, the report belongs to the House, Honorable Speaker. And as per the report, Honorable Speaker, it's evident enough that the member of that committee, that is Honorable Sarah, signed the report, Honorable Speaker. That is number one. Number two, Honorable Speaker, before appending any signature, Honorable Speaker, it's evident enough that this committee went for report writing. And when we talk of report writing, it means most of the details that are in this report were written by the members of that particular committee, Honorable Speaker, with the guidance of the clerk of that particular committee, Honorable Speaker. Is the member insinuating that what is written here is not owned by that particular committee, Honorable Speaker? He was supposed to be giving all these dissenting views, Honorable Speaker, with the signature appended on the side that he gave those dissenting views, Honorable Speaker. That we are tabling this report minus my views, Honorable Speaker. But here, Speaker, he waited for the chair of that particular committee to table the report, to complete the whole process, and then interject, Honorable Speaker, with a particular clause, Honorable Speaker. So I think the Honorable Member Speaker is out of order completely on this matter, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to inform this House.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Majority Leader was on his feet before he was interjected.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I was also standing on the point of order number 9, Honorable Speaker. When you look at the report, Honorable Speaker, on all the panelists, Honorable Speaker, you can see all the 9 panelists, including Honorable Sarah, gave the scores, Honorable Speaker. In all the candidates, Honorable Speaker, when she comes here and tells this House that she didn't sign, she has already allocated the marks to the candidates, Honorable Speaker, all the marks to all candidates, Honorable Speaker. She's out of order, Honorable Speaker, to lie to this House that she was not party to this report, Honorable Speaker, and yet he has scored all the marks to all the candidates, Honorable Speaker. So I think you should rule her out of order, and she should withdraw. She should withdraw her allegations, Honorable Speaker, so that we can move on, Honorable Speaker.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Sarah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Awarding of marks is part of the process. So it was my duty to award them. It was part of the process. But whoever is to compile the report is the clerk to that committee. So when the clerk to that committee was complying, where did he indicate the dissenting voices there? He never captured in the document. Do you have it? So when they told me that you award the marks, awarding of the marks was part of the process. It was part of the vetting. And I awarded the marks to all the nominees because it was part of the process. But finalizing or compiling all the report is done by the clerk to that committee. But he never captured my dissenting voices.
Honorable Sarah, that is well noted. Honorable Mosbey, what is it?
Mr. Speaker, I think you are allowing our good report to be to be tarnished, Mr. Speaker, because
you out of order, Honorable Mosbey.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
You out of order, Honorable Mosbey. You can't paint the chair in that form that I'm allowing the report to be tarnished. And nonetheless, the report is a report of the House. Honorable Tarbey.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there is a saying that the majority have their way and the minority have their say. I want to believe that Honorable Sarah, in this case, is the minority, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm raising +1 to standing order number 46-4. That the committee shall conduct a hearing on the proposed appointment and shall, unless otherwise provided in law, table its report in the County Assembly within 21 days of the date of which the notification was received under paragraph 1. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm kind of perturbed, Mr. Speaker, because if there are dissenting voices from one committee, Mr. Speaker, if my memory serves me well, the report was tabled yesterday. I'm wondering, Mr. Speaker, what happened with the 21 days? And now, Mr. Speaker, I was trying to save the situation because there are anomalies in the report, but we don't have adequate time, Mr. Speaker. So, I'm not a lawyer, Mr. Speaker, but judging from what the sentiments of Honorable Sarah, it means there is some question marks there, Mr. Speaker, because the report is being rushed. Remember, yesterday we had a role of duress in this Honorable House. So, now, what time would we have had, Mr. Speaker, to go through the report? Because, you know, this House is a house of posterity, Mr. Speaker. So, if the committee had all that time, they tabled the report yesterday, we are passing it today with all the errors, Mr. Speaker. I believe there is something that meets the eye. The committee needs to come up clearly. The one member is dissenting, Mr. Speaker, that he signed the report in a hurry. And, Mr. Speaker, the committee had all that duration. Maybe the chair can brief to the committee when were they doing report writing? When was the signing of the report? Because it was tabled yesterday, Mr. Speaker. There is some mischief in this report, Mr. Speaker, and we need clarification, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Keter, and outstanding order.
90. I've had a member alleging that the honorable member has just said he signed in Nari. I don't know, Mr. Speaker. I have never heard of that. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, this is something that we discuss in committee level, Mr. Speaker. Unless someone else has an interest somewhere, Mr. Speaker, he should declare under standing order number 89, Mr. Speaker, because there is no one can force anyone to sign all those. As we speak, Mr. Speaker, we agree as a committee and we presented our issue. All members, Mr. Speaker, this is the document that we have really deliberate on. Not once. We have even gone through, Mr. Speaker. It is now clear, since it is about, we have been having the same document for the last 2 weeks, Mr. Speaker. So in case if you were not in agreement, Mr. Speaker, you could have not signed. So in this case, Mr. Speaker, unless an honorable member declared the interest, understanding order number 89, Mr. Speaker.
Standing order number 89 provides that a member who wishes to speak on any matter in which the member has personal interest shall first declare that particular interest. And personal interest include pecuniary interest, proprietary interest, personal relationship, and business relationships. I'm wondering whether, because you've directed that to the honorable member from Kosirai, whether that interest was ever declared even at the interview stage, if there was any. Honorable Sarah?
Okay, during the vetting, I had no interest, and I still have no interest. So when the honorable member of Chemundu saying that the member to declare interest, I don't know what interest does he want me to declare. Because during the vetting, I never had interest on any of the nominees. So I don't know which interest does he want me to declare. So, and I don't know, maybe you will come up and tell us exactly what interest do I have. I don't have any interest. And whoever become the board of the Kapsabet municipality, it is not my interest. I was just delivering my duties as a member of that committee. The vetting was done. And we all know what does vetting means. And when reports are being written, so there is all the reports should be captured, even if it's one person as a dissenting idea, it should be captured. So that is what I was exactly bringing in this floor, that each and every member has a right in that committee to be heard and the ideas to be put down. So I don't know what interest is the member from Chemundu is telling me to declare if I have an interest or I don't have an interest. He should tell me. And on which nominee do you want me to declare interest or no interest?
Honorable Sarah, I think you've made your point. Honorable members, we need to make some progress. I note the concerns raised by the member from Kosirai Ward, and I'll be able to deliver a very substantive ruling on touching on those issues that has been raised. The Honorable Majority.
Honorable Speaker, since this is now the motion of the Assembly, I raise under standing order number 58 that after the question has been proposed and a motion, the motion shall be deemed to be in possession of the County Assembly, and such motion shall not be withdrawn without the leave of the County Assembly. So, Honorable Speaker, I raise that we adjourn this motion until afternoon, 2:30, so that we can conclude, Honorable Speaker, and the committee may find time so that they can amend where necessary, Honorable Speaker. So I request Honorable Koko.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Tarbey.
Mr. Speaker, I had moved the same motion and the Speaker had ruled on it, Mr. Speaker. So I don't know if we will be in order to.
Honorable Tarbey, your motion was not seconded.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, he's a senior member and he doesn't understand the standing order well. So I think you should guide Honorable Speaker. So I call Honorable Koko to second.
Well, honorable members, I now propose that the present motion be adjourned until 2:30 p.m. today. Any debate ensuing from that motion? Honorable Tarbey.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to support the motion of adjournment, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the County Assembly Service Post is a critical component. The municipality team, Mr. Speaker, because a lot has to be done. So if this adjournment, Mr. Speaker, will save this good report, Mr. Speaker, I support the adjournment so that the committee may, by the standing order, provide amendment to the same report, Mr. Speaker. So I rise to support. Thank you.
Honorable Isaac.
Mr. Speaker, first and foremost, Mr. Speaker, I want to withdraw the earlier remarks that you are putting, but it was well intended. It was not because, Mr. Speaker, I saw, and I think this motion now of adjournment is coming to save the situation, because, Mr. Speaker, I thought we were giving too much airtime to an internal matter where a member actually may have been dissenting, but maybe she had not been guided on how to do it, because when a member goes ahead, signs, everything is in order, no one else can be able to tell why she's now maybe dissenting. So, Mr. Speaker, this motion of adjournment so that we can put a few things in order is quite, is most welcome. You can see In fact, Mr. Speaker, when you said that you are going to give a substantive ruling on the matter, I was getting worried. Getting worried. The municipality has its budget, but it does not have a board. This municipality has to move, Mr. Speaker. So we are saying we need these board members, like even yesterday, Mr. Speaker, and any roadblock that comes in the way of this board, Mr. Speaker, is going to put the people within the municipality in great danger, in great disservice, and therefore I support this motion that the debate is adjourned so that we can revisit it thereafter when a couple of things have been put in place. I support, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I'll proceed to put the question that this House adjourns the debate on the adoption of the Administration and Public Service Report on the vetting of nominees to Kapsabet Municipality Board laid on the floor of the House on 25th June 2024 to 2:30 p.m. Will as many as of similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
And will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. And next order. Next order.
Order number 11, motion.
Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move a motion that this House, following the House approval of members to Speaker's panel, pursuant to Standing Order 16.3 on 18 October 2022, and following a notice issued by Honorable Speaker to House Business Committee dated 28 May 2024, pursuant to Standing Order 17.1, for the substitution of Honorable Martin Douglas with Honorable Benjamin Kerich Matata. This House approves Honorable Benjamin Kerich Matata to serve as a first member of the Speaker's panel, and Honorable Martin Douglas is discharged pursuant to Standing Order 17.1, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, and because this is a very crucial committee, Honorable Speaker, which is led by the Honorable Speaker, we would request the House to approve Honorable Matata to be the first member of the Speaker's panel, so that it can support the Speaker on issues of this House, Honorable Speaker. So I call upon the House, without much ado, to support this motion, so that Matata can be included as one of the member of the Speaker's panel. So, Honorable Speaker, I call upon Honorable Sangutei to second.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I do second, and I urge the House to approve the said name, Honorable Matata, to assist in Speaker's panel. Thank you.
Honorable members, I'll proceed to propose that following the House approval of members to the Speaker's panel pursuant to Standing Order 16.3 on 18th October 2022, and following a notice issued by Honorable Speaker to the House Business Committee dated 28th May 2024, pursuant to Standing Order 17.1, for the substitution of Honorable Martin Douglas with Honorable Benjamin Kerich Matata, this House approves Honorable Benjamin Kerich Matata to serve as the first member of the Speaker's panel, and Honorable Martin Douglas is discharged pursuant to Standing Order 17.1. Honorable Mosbey.
Mr. Speaker, I also stand, or rather I stand to support this motion of approval of honorable member from Kapsabet, Honorable Benjamin Kerich Matata, to serve in the Speaker's panel, Mr. Speaker. First of all, Honorable Matata, Mr. Speaker, is a very vibrant member of this House, Mr. Speaker. He is somebody who is very articulate. He is a member who understands the standing orders of this House, so that, Mr. Speaker, in your absence or in the absence of the Deputy Speaker, he has demonstrated, or rather from his past conduct in this House, Mr. Speaker, he has demonstrated that he is one person who can be left in charge in absence or whenever you delegate, Mr. Speaker. He can be able to serve in that panel quite well. Mr. Speaker, also aware that when the two honorable members, nominated members from Nandi came in, there were changes in various committees in order to accommodate them. And in those changes, Mr. Speaker, it was deemed that the honorable from Kapsabet lost the responsibility in one of the committees. And it is humanly okay for us to give him that responsibility. And also knowing that the Honorable Martin Douglas, he was maybe generous enough to accept other duties, maybe, Mr. Speaker. It is okay, we approve. Personally, I support this motion, specifically because of the competence of Honorable Matata, Mr. Speaker. So I support this motion that he be included in the Speaker's panel, Mr. Speaker. And I urge also the appointment committee, if a chance is going to fall, or rather to come by, Mr. Speaker, I should also be considered to join that panel, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. I support, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Keter Julius.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity so that I can also contribute towards discharging and giving Honorable Matata chance to serve in Speaker's panel. One thing, Mr. Speaker, is that you realize that Mr. Matata, or Honorable Matata, is just coming from within, just 200, almost 300 meters away from this building, Mr. Speaker. So in that case, Mr. Speaker, even if it rains so heavily or done anything, Mr. Speaker, he will be here prior to time, Mr. Speaker. So he's the right person, actually, Mr. Speaker, to save situations sometimes. You know, Mr. Speaker, some of us, we come from far, and the business of the House, Mr. Speaker, must continue. That is one thing, Mr. Speaker, I really support Honorable Matata to be in that Speaker's panel, Mr. Speaker. Nevertheless, also, Mr. Speaker, you find that Honorable Matata has a very commanding voice, Mr. Speaker, which means even if the lights, even if the mic will go off, Mr. Speaker, we will be able to hear, Mr. Speaker. So in this case, Mr. Speaker, I support the honorable member to be in Speaker's panel, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Keter, are you suggesting that Honorable Martin Douglas does not have a commanding voice? Honorable Salma.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I also like to take this opportunity to second Honorable Matata to be approved in the Speaker's panel. First of all, the confidence that he has in articulating issues. Secondly, Honorable Matata has a good PR with almost every member. So I think he can make a good member in the Speaker's panel. Thirdly, I also want to support the issue of availability. Honorable Matata doesn't miss any of the sessions unless he has an urgent issue. Otherwise, I really support him. Thank you.
Okay, see the Honorable Member Tarbay, thereafter Honorable Hassan. Honorable Hassan, he's a ranking member. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for making that clarification to Mheshimiwa Hassan, the Honorable Hassan. So, Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the motion of bringing in Honorable Matata Benjamin, the host MCA for Kapsabet Town, where this Honorable Assembly is located, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, for the little time I have worked with Honorable Matata, I have learned a lot of things, Mr. Speaker. I happen to be the chair of the delegated county legislation and is a member of that committee, Mr. Speaker. And I want to, for the record of this House, that for all the sittings that we have had, Mr. Speaker, is a good timekeeper and always available, Mr. Speaker. So I want to assure the Honorable Speaker that taking in Honorable Matata as part of the Speaker's panel, Honorable Matata will bring value to the Speaker's panel, Mr. Speaker. First, I know he's a good learner, and I know the Speaker has his own rules, and I believe the Honorable Member will be able to catch up within the shortest time possible, Mr. Speaker. With little induction, you will be called to go with the Honorable Member. So, apart from even what the Honorable Members have said, Mr. Speaker, I believe the member will be instrumental in managing, because he comes from within. He'll be instrumental, Mr. Speaker, in making time for our sittings whenever the Speaker is not available. So I support Mr. Speaker. And this is a kind of a good question, Mr. Speaker, because Honorable Martin Douglas, in as much as he was a ranking member, Mr. Speaker, it's also a sign of goodwill, because we'll be giving time for maybe if I may use, the lesser experienced members to also experience, Mr. Speaker. So this is a good gesture from the Office of the Speaker, that we are giving even the first time members of County Assembly to serve as the Speaker's panel. So, Mr. Speaker, I support this, and I congratulate the Honorable Member for Kapsabet as he takes the new role as the Speaker's panel, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Hassan.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, to give me this chance to contribute my 2 cents on the approval of the Speaker's panel. Honorable Speaker, per standing orders, we allow, the leadership of the House is allowed to switch members in any panels or any committees, and they have the reasons behind that. But with all the accolades that they've given Honorable Matata, I wish he was here today, because we are discussing honorable members who are not here today, and we're switching them from one committee to another. But with all the accolades that Honorable Matata is getting, I wish he was here so I can tell him that in the Speaker's panel, when he gets a chance to be there, he needs to be blind. All the abrasiveness and everything else will have to go out, because he's just being a referee. Whether he's confident or what, all that goes out the window when he's in the Speaker's channel, because now he has to referee the debate and to be fair to everyone. So congratulations to him as a member, because I know we're going to approve this in the Speaker's panel. But again, I know, Honorable Speaker, you're going to send them to a retreat so they can learn the tricks and trades of being in the Speaker's panel, because he was just, when he's down here, he's a debatable honorable member, and he's doing a good job, very vibrant member, but also he needs the tactics and skills, the technical know-how on the Speaker's panel. So thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, I support.
Honorable Sang, I'm already upstanding. Honorable members, I'll proceed to put the question that following the House approval of the members to the Speaker's panel, pursuant to Standing Order 16.3 on 18th October 2022, and following a notice issued by Honorable Speaker to the House Business Committee, dated 28th May 2024, pursuant to Standing Order 17.1, for the substitution of Honorable Martin Douglas with Honorable Benjamin Kerich Matata. This House approves Honorable Benjamin Kerich Matata to serve as the first member of the Speaker's panel, and Honorable Martin Douglas is discharged pursuant to Standing Order 17.1. Will as many as of similar opinion say ayes?
Aye.
And will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 12, adjournment.
Honorable members, this House is adjourned until the next sitting.